Welcome to PD, 60 Minutes with PD. It's right there. No, it's not there. Okay. Yes, welcome to 60 Minutes with PD. Welcome. It's another Saturday night. It's 8:30 p.m. Welcome to 60 Minutes with PD, your fastest moving hour of the day. Fastest moving hour of the day. Welcome to 60 Minutes with PD. It's it's time. Let's talk about relationships. Let's talk about love. Let's get our marriages better. Let's get our relationships working. The goal of while we're dating to choose. We're trying to get the right person. We all want to be married to the right person. Nobody wants to be married to the wrong person. So let's get married to the right person, and let's make the best of whoever we get married to. That's the plan. So welcome to 60 Minutes with PD. Let's do life together with wisdom, with amazing wisdom. Hi, Krimbe. How you doing, Krimbe? How you doing? Marvelous 3279. Mutsbabe, how you doing? Binta, good to see you on time. Wave, Mutsbabe, Binta. Sense Events by Lee Join. Sense Event by Lee. Okay, marvelous. Hi, ZS Kitchen. I'm hungry. I need some food. Feed me. Hey, hi. How you doing? How are you? Hi, Margaret. How's it going? Hi. How are we all doing? Welcome to 60 Minutes with PD. We're talking about her emotions today. Her emotions. It's amazing how guys get scared when they hear about her emotions. Now, fuck off. How are you? Dalakbo, how are you? Jenny Wathoni. How are you? Aisha. How are you, Aisha? Jamzi4, how are you? How are we doing today? We're talking about emotions. It's interesting how as men, growing up is like, don't cry. You're a man. Be a man. Be tough. Be strong. So, we've bottled our emotions up forever. We haven't dealt with them, and we don't really know how to deal with other people's emotions. Hi. So tonight we're just going to have the women speak to us. This is what we mean when we're talking about our emotions. This is what we want. We'll get the guys, say, let's say our own bit. What challenges do we have, speaking to your hearts and just getting you, fulfilled. Have your emotions dealt with. So tonight too, we're just going to let people know that you've got to value your woman's emotions. Because our emotions were not valued, we tend to not want to value other people's emotions. Because growing up, when we were crying, said, stop crying, stop showing, you're a man. Men are not. I think we can relate to that. You women, you are the mothers, and you taught us let's not show our emotions. And now you want us to deal with emotions. And it's like, what do we do? Is it here or there? So tonight we're going to look into it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yes. How are we doing? Good to see you all. Welcome to 60 Minutes with PD. Your fastest moving 60 minutes of the day. It's every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. right here at PII 19. Please follow me. Get your friends to follow me. Get your enemies to follow me. Get everybody to follow me. Your neighbors to follow me. But because everybody gets blessed, there's just so much to learn. We're always in the school of life. Azwantha, how are you? I am Kelaya. How are you? Ivy Peacock, talking to you soon. Yes. Yes, it's going to be 60 minutes and 60 minutes only. It's never enough, but that's okay. I'll be back next Saturday. Follow me right here on PIDI 19. I'm on YouTube at PIIDI19@gmail.com. Let's do life together with wisdom. Today's topic is valuing her emotions and getting satisfaction. It's rhyming, but there's a meaning in there, valuing her emotions and getting satisfaction. As we talk, we'll figure it out. And it's about don't resist her communication. When she's trying to communicate, don't push back, don't defend yourself, don't have an answer for everything. Don't let her feel like her words did not land. value her communication, hear her heart out. So when she's talking to you, she's trying to express her heart, but you have no time. But then you're complaining there's no intimacy. But then you did not hear her heart out. So, value that time that she's trying to speak her heart to you. That's really important. Okay? Value her emotional needs. That's so important. There's so much that you want out of her that's linked to her being emotionally satisfied. I'm telling you, if you can satisfy a woman emotionally, you're going to get her 100%. But too many times we want so much from them, but we refuse to spend the time to just listen, be available, be agreeable. Guys, being agreeable is really important. We want so much, but then, we just want it our way, but it can't happen that way all the time. Always respond with love, exceed her expectations. It's amazing. Do you know what it's like to have a woman and you exceed her expectations? You wow her. She's just wowed. Like you constantly just exceed her expectations. You wow her. Like you're going to have a woman that's going to be like superwoman for you, like just on point. So let's start to understand that love is about the other person. Too many times we're so full of wanting it our way. It's like the man wants it his way, and it's we've got to come to a nice agreement where it's about what she wants and it's about what he wants. So together we make it work. It's really important. This recording, let's really speak into it, because lots of people come back to watch these recordings just to learn and just to know what to do. So let's ask really good questions so I can answer everything. Fantastic. You're on 60 Minutes with PD. It's relationships that are worked on that work. And follow me right here at PIIDII19 on Instagram. So first thing, most men have no idea what a woman wants when she says that her emotional needs are not met. And this is something that women can't wrap their minds around. But it's true. Men and women, our mindsets are different. Our exposures different. The way we were brought up is different. As a man, as a kid, a young boy, if I cried, I got banged on the head and people said, stop crying, you're a man. Don't show your emotions and don't deal with it, just shut it down. Okay? And that's how we were raised up. And then with the woman, when a woman cries, they pull you to them and they pat your head and they say, it's okay, darling, it's fine, everything will be okay. We did not get that. Actually, I said it one more time. We did not get the pat on the head and it's okay to cry. We didn't. So we never knew how to deal with our own emotions, and we don't know how to deal with yours. So this recording tonight is going to be really valuable, because I'm going to point a lot of men here to say go to that recording and see what the women said, see what I said, and start to go back home and make the adjustments. And that's so important. So guys, let's start to just ask those questions. Most men don't know what to do to satisfy their partner's emotional needs. And that's true. Many, and I've been there before, I got married early at 23. She wants something. And for some reason, sometimes women don't spell it all out. So she wants something, and she wants it from you, but you have no idea what it is. Just have no clue. And you're pulling your hair like, no, what does she want from me? What does she want from me? And the things that she wants, they're right in front of you. It's so simple, but you can't imagine that that's what she's making this fuss about. I need to listen. I need to respond agreeably. I need to allow her to unwind verbally. I need to see where she's at before I can get her to where I want her to be. And that's so important that we do this, because men are like switches. We just want to get on with it. It's like it's time, it's night time, you're my wife, let's get the show on let's get this thing moving. And it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. You've got to really speak to her. A woman communicates to connect. I say one more time. A woman communicates to connect. This is something serious. 2 is this. Women have ear-heart connections. Ear-heart. Okay? So she speaks, you get her, and you respond agreeably. As you respond agreeably into her ears consistently, then her heart is opening. And her heart has to open to a point before you can really enjoy her the way you want to. I can read your mind, guys. No, guys are mind readers. We can read each other's minds. Men can look at men and say, I know what you're thinking, and we're on point. Anyway, men get easily stressed when they don't know what their partner is demanding from them. And if there's any man in the house, just give me an A here. When your woman wants something from you and you can't figure it out, it's one of the most stressful things in the world for a man. I mean, I'll do any kind of test. I'll lift any kind of weight, but it's going to be Valentine's Day and I don't know what she wants, and she has this expectation she's not spoken, and I have to figure it out. It's like I have to be be prophetic and be a magician, everything. It's not funny. Like there are many men that when it's coming up to Valentine's Day and anniversaries, we get stressed. We're just stressed. We just it's like, what does she want? So women start to spell it out. We like things spelled out. Okay, let's not forget that men have been commanded to suppress their emotions since childhood. So we are not very good at dealing with our own emotions or somebody else's emotions either. We are going to spell it all out today. Today's going to be really good. We're going to really talk about emotions and get it out there. Most men don't know why they're not getting the intimacy. And when a married man wants intimacy, do you know what he wants? He wants sex. I'll say that right there. But they don't know why they can't get that from their wives. But at the same time, they're too busy to listen. They're defending everything she says. She doesn't feel that she's heard. Her heart has not been heard. But in this same situation, he expects that she'll just come fall into his arms like jelly and just give it all to him. And it's not happening. And then they call PD. Then I have to start to break it down. So I'm just going to do this recording. So anybody that I send here, you'll hear this. You got to take your time. Men are like switches. You can switch us on and off. Men are eye, heart connected. We look. And I'll tell you this, on the flip side, just the same way that men don't understand the need to satisfy a woman's emotional needs. Women do not know the need to satisfy a man's visual needs. That's why when you meet a guy and not very long after, he's trying to do you a makeover. He's trying to choose your dressing, trying to talk about how you look. It's important to him. You guys don't know that because I see you guys push back. Why does he want me to dress this way? Why? He has an eye-heart connection, and he's trying to get you to work to it. And you guys don't understand because you don't have that. That's the same way that we don't understand you because you have this emotion, this ear-heart connection. You have emotional needs that need to be met. Guys don't get it. Guys just don't get it. So on both sides, we really don't get ourselves. And that's why there's such a great struggle. And that's why we're struggling. But just from listening tonight and hearing a few things, things are going to get better. I guarantee you this. Just after tonight, things are going to get so much better. You're going to go back home. The guys are going to just completely listen and just encourage you and just wrap you, just embrace you with their words of love and tenderness, and they'll speak directly into your hearts and they'll hit that button, and before you know it, it's going to be like heaven. So hey, that was a nice picture right there. I just drew you a nice picture. That it's going to happen. Okay. Most men don't know that their wives have the capacity to give them way more intimacy at that sex than they could ever imagine if they fulfilled their wives' emotional needs. I mean, seriously, there are men who look at their wives and say, it could be better. And they think, well, I could never get better. But let me tell you, I've said this before, if somebody else gets to handle her and, does all the right things, I say she'll purr like a Ferrari. And that engine will rev. I'll tell you that, she'll come back to life. So start to listen. So you can get the best out of her by yourself. So let's stay together. Okay. Women have an ear-heart connection. That's how they're wired. That's how women are wired. Women need to be heard. I'll say it one more time. Women need to be heard. Like guys, if you're out there, I'll say it one more time. Women need to be heard. You need to make yourself available to hear her heart, hear her out, and then you need to be agreeable. So it's two things, available and agreeable. If her heart, her heart is her heart. You can't argue her out of how her heart is at that time. There's no argument that's going to, so it's agreement. So you've got to meet her where she is and let her know that you get her. Her situation is like, even though both of you live in the same house, you sleep on the same bed, her situation, her life is different from yours. People are responding to her different, her responsibilities are different, the expectations that we have of her are different. And most times, it's true, we men, we kind of get off light, and then we've got these boxes in our heads. We're able to just put shut situations down in our heads, and it's done. But tonight, I'll explain a few more things. So we'll get our women. Are we good? Are we good? Not only heard, women need to hear a response that shows that you get them. So women do not need just to be heard, but they need a response that shows that you get them. Okay? You're on 60 Minutes with PD on PIIDI19 on Instagram. Please follow me. Let's do relationships together. Okay, even if you don't completely agree with her, you should understand her point of view, because she has one. If you're a guy that just thinks this woman has no point, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. She has a point of view. You've got to see her point of view. Then from there, you can attempt to get her to where you're at. But you can't just ignore the fact that she has a point and try to get her to where you want her to be. Okay? Even if you don't, meet her where she is, then hold her hand and lead her to where you both are in agreement. You have to let her words land. This is important too. Men have this thing, like if a woman comes and she's like, not just a woman, if your wife or your girlfriend, she's talking to you about an issue, it's not because she hates you, it's because she wants the relationship to get better. That's why she's addressing it. Okay? So don't treat her like she's antagonizing you. So don't defend yourself. Don't resist what she's saying. Don't have an excuse for everything she's saying. Because at the end of the day, if you don't receive what she's saying, then she's not heard. Her point of view is not heard. Her heart is not heard. And it's hard for her to have her heart in the relationship when her heart is not heard. Women need you to speak into her heart, into their hearts. It's like you need to speak into their hearts. And that's one thing men have no idea about. Men just don't know that women need you to speak into their hearts. It's like, no, if they buy your car, they do this or that, they just think you're good. But that's not good enough, people. Are we good? Fantastic. So even if you don't like what she's saying, be receptive. Be receptive. Defending your words, actions, and inactions when she's speaking is not a productive response. Making excuses to counter all she says is not what to do. You are suffocating her. You are killing her love for you. Do you realize that when you don't let her express herself, you don't take care of her emotions, you are killing her love. Men don't know that. But if she's trying to communicate to you, she's trying to get across to you, she's trying to connect with you verbally, and you keep cutting her and pushing her down and just blocking, you are killing the love that she has for you. But men do this, but they don't know that that's what they're doing. So guys, know this. If you don't let her talk to you freely and just speak her mind and her heart, you are killing the love that she has for you. Women communicate to connect. So guys, especially the married guys, this is really important. When they start communicating, it means you're on the way to satisfaction. That's why the topic today is valuing her emotions and getting satisfaction. That's the key. So women communicate to connect. When she starts talking, when she starts trying to communicate, it's a process of opening up her heart to you. And when you get her heart, then everything else flows. A word is enough for the wise. The more you communicate with her, the more she moves closer, the more her heart is open to you. Guys, you have to know that whenever you resist her communication, you are pushing away her heart and her body. I know that's what's going to catch your ears, her body. When you push away her heart, you're pushing away her body. If any woman in the house, please say, hey, just wave your hands and let the guys know that, this is something. I need some comments right now, to just validate what you're hearing. If you're a guy, ask your question. If you're a woman, tell them that PD is speaking the truth and shout it from the back of the class that listen to him. Tell the guys on this platform that, listen to PD. Because PD is, he's speaking our heart. I see the waves. Kudzi, Buki, tell them, shout it out. Okay. Know that whenever she wants to talk, she's trying to get closer, she wants to get intimate. When she wants to talk, make yourself available and agreeable. Two things, available and agreeable. Agreeable. Yes, tell them. Too many times I hear guys say, no, I hear guys who have refused to hear their wives out complain to me that the sex is not happening like they like it. You know, so it's like, okay, so is the communication happening like she likes it? And then they keep quiet. I said, well, that's where it starts. You know, that's where it starts. You see, a guy hops into bed and it starts right there. You know, it's like we can start now. But that's not how it goes for a woman. You know, she needs to unwind verbally. And I'm going to talk about some other things that guys need to understand. Things that guys don't know. So ladies, women don't know these things. And most times too, they won't hear it from you, because you're a woman and they just think you're just demanding. But when they hear it from another guy, it's another dimension. When an older guy, a more mature guy says, you know, guys, slow down. This is how you treat her. Then you see, that's why if your man or husband is mentored by somebody sensible, you will really enjoy it. You will really enjoy him. Okay? So great. The deeper the communication, the stronger the connection, the better the sex. Say one more time. The deeper the communication, the stronger the connection, the better the sex. So guys, just get this. Too many times, you know, guys who have refused to hear their wives out complain that the sex is not happening. You know, so just don't do that. You have to take care of her emotional needs. You have to take care of her emotional needs for her to be able to satisfy your sexual needs. I say one more time. That's the way we're wired, and we're wired differently. So guys, you have to take care of her emotional needs for her to be able to satisfy your sexual needs. A woman that does not feel heard by you cannot feel intimate with you. One more time. A woman that does not feel heard by you cannot feel intimate with you. Women, if this is true, you know, just send me a high five. Men can engage in sex with all their hearts at the flip of a switch. That's true. That's how we're wired. We look, we're on, we're ready. That's how guys go. Most women, and I said most, you know, some women are like men, but most women have to warm up to get there. You get that? You got to work on it, get her there, and I'll tell you how in a minute. Once again, you're on 60 Minutes with PD. We're talking about women's emotional needs. We're advising both parties. Women, I need you to speak up on the platform. Tell us what you need. When you're talking about emotional needs, what are you talking about? Let's hear it so we can read it out so everybody can hear. So after today, everybody's going to be happy. Women will have all their emotional needs, you know, fulfilled, and guys will get all the sex in the world, and life will be happy. Everybody will be good. We'll have babies. You know, just amazing life. So hey, most women, now listen real good. Guys on the platform, listen to me really well. Most women are multitasking all the time, and that's true because their brains are all wired up, and that's why women can actually get a lot more done than men. Men tend to do things, you know, one at a time, and you know, women are responsible for a lot. Their brains are not compartmentalized like a man. A man can deal with a lot of stuff, shut it down, and move to something else, and not worry about what he's shut down. A woman can't. Women's brains are wired differently. It's like men's brains are like boxes with space in the boxes so that you can put stuff in the box, shut it down, and keep moving. Women's brains are like spaghetti. Everything's just trained up. So like what happened in the morning is, you know, it will affect what's going to happen at night. And if you don't take care of it this night, you'll hear it 2 weeks time. And then if you don't do it 2 weeks time, then in 3 years time, you say, you know what? That's what you did last time. And you say, what? But that's right. That's how their brains are. They can't help it. That's how they are. Okay? So it takes, now listen really close, guys. It takes a while and a process for their brains, women's brains, to slow down into a place of rest where they can make their bodies available and their heart in it as well. Do you get it? So she's been working all day long, and she's been busy. And at night, like you guys, you know, like us guys, you know, like at night, we watch some TV, we hang around, and then we're hoping we're going to get some tonight, you know, and we're like kind of eyeing you as you do your last, you know, the last chores in the house. You know, you watch the place, you put the kids away, you put out the blinds, you spoke to the house girl. You know, you're just doing so many things. We're watching you, just wait for you to get in bed because we want to pounce on you, okay? But guess what? When she gets in the bed, that's when her day ended, when she got in the bed. And then she's got to unwind. And women unwind verbally. So guess what, guys? That's why even though you were with her at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, It's at 11 at night. She says, darling, you know, and she starts to talk. Okay? And you're just saying, look, get over with this talking so I can get some. You know, but it's not going to happen successfully, except you just force it. But you know, this is the time you need to pay attention. Go to the bathroom, wash your face with cold water. Cold water. Come back, get out of bed, sit on a chair with a straight back, and say, darling, talk to me. You know, how's your day? And then she talk. And when she's talking, don't say she's complaining. And don't try to fix anything. And don't, you know, like men are. It's like, okay, like she's verbally unwinding how her day went. And he's trying to fix it for her. He's like, don't. You know, don't just listen. I say, oh wow. Okay, that's how it went. Oh poor baby. Okay, that's what you did. That's what she did. That's all she needs. Don't solve anything, don't get into it. And when she's completely unwound, then she's yours. But guess what? The guy falls asleep before she's done. And then she said it was a bad night. No, it was the makings of a wonderful night with fireworks. And you missed it. Because you slept. That's why you see women a lot. It's like, you're not listening. Pay attention. You're not listening. Pay attention. And the guy's not paying attention. If there are any women here that you've ever told the guy, pay attention. You're not listening. You know, just give me a high five or say something. You know, because it happens a lot. It's like you're not paying attention. But guess what? She needs that attention at that time to unwind. And then, you know, the whole package is out. You know, Bookie, you're smiling, you're laughing. You know, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so this is 60 Minutes with PD. Okay, 60 Minutes with PD. Please follow me right here on Instagram, PIDI19. Let's talk about let's talk about relationships. I do counseling. My counseling will be free till the end of November. So jump in, get some free counseling. You know, feel free, fill out the form up there. Now, let me see, what else do I have here? On the flip side, for real, you need women. I've spoken a lot about what men should do, but women, you've got to satisfy our visual needs. Okay, don't come to bed in that long gown that you wear and that cap on your head. That's, you know what. And if we comment on your dressing, try to work with us. You know, we're not. You know, we're just trying to get you guys to satisfy our eyes. And I see that women resist it the same way men resist to satisfy your emotions. So let's you know, it's like love is about the other person, and never think that you're the only one that has needs. Men have needs as well. So hey, it's gonna be fun tonight. I want to bring up Dari, where are you? Let me see, where do I find this young lady? I want to bring somebody up. That's right. Please request. We're talking about emotions. Allow her to talk. Don't defend yourself. And there are times when men are. That's very bad. Because if her words don't land, you know, it didn't get heard, then she just doesn't feel heard. Yearning for or trying to say, when it's not heard, it's not satisfied. And then it's hard for her to like release 100% of her body and heart to you when you rejected part.
Hi, Pastor. Hi, Keith.
When you talk about your emotion, and I think what are they talking about? Emotions. So talk to me. Talk to me.
I definitely think that affection increases like bond and closeness. I'm very, very interested in knowing the different types of affection, you know, because obviously people are different.
Okay, like, are we talking like love language? Because some people, if you talk about affection, some people are touch oriented, so they just want you to touch them. Some people like to be encouraged. Some people like to be helped. Some people like to be given gifts. Some people like giving gifts is like a language to them. And what surprises me too, like sometimes I see people who have been married for maybe like 5-6 years, and I ask them, you know, what's your partner's love language? And they have no idea. So like, if you don't know your partner's love language, what have you been doing to her for the last 5-6 years? It's been hit or miss, you know, and that's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. So like, we've got to notice that everybody, every single human being on the planet, you have a language. There is something that if a person does it to you, you're gonna feel love, and it's different. There's some people that if you just help them out, you just keep helping them, it's like, oh wow, oh, and they feel really loved. Some people just want to be encouraged. It's like, you can do it. You look great. You can do it. I trust you. And just like, I just knew that you wouldn't. You just keep encouraging them, and that's what they want. Some people just love gifts. It's like, don't tell me anything. Buy me a brand new, Ferrari. I feel really loved. So it's different. But as you speak to a person and you know a person, you can figure it out without even asking them, to be quite frank. If you meet a person 3, 4, 5 times, you should be able to tell their love languages if you ask the right question. But don't go asking a person for their love language on the first date. It's not a first date kind of question. Talking about first date questions, there are some things that are just not a first date kind of question. 5-year plan, when you see yourself in 5 years' time, is not a first date question.
So if you've worked out what your partner's love language is, and obviously you know what their way of showing affection is, what if they're less affectionate and you know something's wrong? How do you engage in that conversation to have that emotional conversation?
Okay. What I do is I'll figure out what their love language is, and I'll do it to them. And I'll do it to them in a way where they're wowed and they're really happy and everything. Then that's when I say, you know what? I love the way you're feeling right now. I feel you. If you did this to me, and that's when I'll tell them what it is, I'll feel just like this. And that would be amazing. And so it's simple, like, because they know how they feel. They know what you did, okay? Because you spoke their love language to them. So when you say, okay, you know what, this is what does it for me. Sometimes it's interesting, people resist other people's love languages. People have this innate tendency to want to put their love language on you. So I like ice cream, and even though you hate ice cream, I'll keep buying you ice cream, and I can't wrap my mind around the fact that you don't like it. And I reject it, and I keep buying you ice cream, but you don't like ice cream. You get? So we can't do that. You've got to listen and speak their language to them. And in love, generally, whether it's love language, it's money language, if it's just regular language, we all have our languages and they're different. And the key is not to force your partner to speak yours. The key is that each partner learns the other person's language, okay? So I learn your language, like assuming you speak Igbo and I speak Yoruba. Now, what I do is not force you to speak Yoruba. I'm going to learn Igbo so I can speak Igbo to you, and you're going to learn Yoruba to speak Yoruba to me, and then that way we come.
Sorry, I've still got a few more questions. Sounded off. Obviously, you said that it's like the first 5 times you meet someone, and that's where you can tell about their love language and how they express their emotions. But what if someone isn't the type to open up?
The thing is, be good at asking questions. And then I'll have to say this at this point. Too many times I see people in relationships, but you're afraid to ask questions. You see, if you leave me because I asked you a question, then good riddance, because then you're just not the kind of person I want to live the rest of my life with. Because I don't want to live my life with a person who can't answer my questions. You get my point. So let's stop that. Too many times people are afraid to ask their partners questions. And I think the fear is like they might leave. But if you leave because I asked the question, then you ought to leave. Because I really don't want you in my life. I want a person I can talk to. Really.
Well, that also leads into my next question. Obviously, you said we all want a partner that we can speak really freely to. But say the ice cream analogy, say your partner keeps giving you ice cream and you don't like ice cream, how do you express to them that you don't like ice cream? How do you express your deal breakers to your partner without affecting their emotional state?
It's like, darling, the next time you give me ice cream,
well, just cut.
It's like if I see one more ice cream,
Oh,
we're done. Seriously. I
the
mean,
finality.
why can't you say
You don't
that?
want the
I mean,
relationship.
let's stop playing politics with ourselves. Let's go to the point. It's like, darling,
Ah,
I've told you
yeah,
like 100 times, I don't like ice cream. The next ice cream that I
yeah.
see will be on your
That,
face. And I'm not kidding. I'm going to
so
like,
telling them
take that.
multiple
Take it
times,
back.
then they should listen and
That
be
will be
encouraged
fine.
to actually do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
Mm.
let's talk. Let's talk. Like that's why like too many times people are getting married and I'm counseling them and it's like, oh no, actually they're already married and they're having problems. And I always ask, when you were dating, what did you do? Did you not ask any questions at all? While you're dating, I'll say one more time, you're dating to choose. Too many people are dating like they're married, and that's why you end up with the wrong person. You're dating like you're married, it's the wrong person, but you don't want to let them go. No, you're dating. If they're not the right person, let them move and you move and try somebody else because you're dating to choose. And this kind of thing, if they completely refuse to get my love language, how do I get to marry you? No,
Okay. I
never
think
mind.
the only thing that I would
Oh my
add
goodness.
is some guys I find are really good at providing reassurance with their words, but their actions don't show it. And so every time you can express your dissatisfaction, and then they'll say all the right words, you'll be sweetened up, but then they don't follow through with the actions.
Something else I teach is this.
Mm.
Don't go by what
Oh,
the
that's
person
true.
says. Go by what they do. Anybody can say anything, but it's
Mm.
what you do. That's who you really are, and that's who you're going to live with. Okay, so don't like guys. Some guys know what you want to hear, and they'll tell you nice, but they're not consistent in their actions. So you watch their actions. The action is the person they really are. Dari, I gotta go. I got two people coming, and there's a guy called Johnny that's
Thank
gonna
you so
blow this
much.
platform up. So like, I
I'll keep listening though.
have an
Bye.
amazing time. I'll talk to you soon. I need to bring up Anita. Anita, I hope that you've requested Anita. And Anita, yes, there you are. Anita is coming up. So guys, I hope that you're hearing something tonight. I hope that you're taking some notes for taking notes. And I hope that you've got all your husbands and boyfriends and everybody here. And this recording is going to be on the profile. So please, a lot of people just need to come here and hear
Hello,
what we said
PD.
tonight. Because what we said tonight is really going to just help.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good
Good
to
to
see
see
you
you.
too.
Oh,
Very
wow.
interesting topic.
Hi. Hi,
Very
Anita.
interesting topic. Very, very.
Yes, it is actually. It is
I
actually.
have
You know,
loads of
so
questions
so so
for you, and
talk to me.
I would like to know the
Aha.
first one is if you are communicating to your man, telling him that your needs. For example, you are letting him know that
Okay.
he's being unfaithful, is affecting you sexually. That's why you're not being open to sex.
Okay.
How do you handle it? How do you speak to
Okay.
him about your emotional needs not met, and how do you handle him not responding
Okay.
properly?
Okay. It's like this. The first step is you talking to him. Now, if you talk to him and he's not listening, I always advise this that before you get married, you should get somebody who has oversight over the marriage. This is some elderly person that's spiritually mature, that you both respect. And this person, it would be good if this person was in your lives before. So you guys, while you were dating, when the dating became a courtship, you guys set this up. Now, the next thing I do is I wouldn't take it to his family or family people. Like, don't take issues to family members. Try not to if you don't have to. But I'll take it to this person that has oversight to speak to him. And hopefully, this is where help comes in. Because beyond this person that has oversight, then you got to just take it to God, because only God can really change people. But it's good to have oversight for a marriage, and even for each person should have somebody that they are accountable to, like, so that like there's clear accountability, and then there's some kind of oversight over the marriage itself. There are things that when you put it in place at the beginning, it helps the system work
Hello, a bit funny. Yes, yes, I did. Okay, so my next question is, for example, let's say a man is always reassuring you at the beginning, telling you that you are beautiful, and you know, because one of your emotional needs is reassurance as a woman. And then all of a sudden, you know, you said you should make these things clear at the beginning. And then somewhere down the line, it starts to disappear. He doesn't reassure you as much. How do you continue to encourage him to reassure you? To make him understand that that's what you really need.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what I do is I figure out what his love language is, and I would do it to him. And for everybody, when you do their love language, they respond well. It's like, you know, they just respond very well when you just do it to them. So I'll do it to him, and as he's enjoying it, that's when I'll tell him that actually, you know what, just the way you're feeling now, you know, I'd love to feel that way, and I'll feel that way if you do this to me. You get so it's not coming as a complaint, it's not coming in anger, it's not nagging, it's actually coming at a time when he's having the time of his life, where, you know, and it's coming at, you know, in a friendly kind of way, it's coming in love. And that's how it's received. But too many times it's like a complaint, like, you know, I've told you before, so why would you do this again? And, you know, and then you're trying to nag him into being loving, and that just doesn't work, because, you know, you've got to sow love together.
Yeah, there was something you said that you try to also know his emotional needs. So I'm thinking, what are the main emotional needs of men, the basic and the most important emotional needs for men? So that maybe, because I'm wondering if you guys, like from what you said now, maybe if you guys know each other's emotional needs, maybe you can use that to communicate better. So can you help us with the main emotional needs of men?
It's like this. You see, the needs are different. If you press a man's visual button, you will get emotional, your emotional needs pressed. So and women should go out and make sure that they're fulfilling a man's visual needs. Fulfill his visual needs. He responds and fulfills your emotional needs. Okay, and that's something that's important. He wants to see something
exciting,
that's going to just, you know, and you want to hear something that's going to make you. So at some point in time, the key about love is this: love is always about the other person. So if each person thinks about the other person to fulfill their needs, it's going to be good. It's going to work. So the key thing here is that in love is always about the other person.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much.
Get that.
About
so
that,
if we do that, it's work. You are
so
very
I'm trying to see if there's maybe questions that I can ask.
Questions, yes, and then I have one more person coming up. Questions.
Yes.
Let me check. Let me see. Did anybody send any questions? Do I have any questions on my system? Yes. How do I make him understand my emotional need varies due to my menstrual cycle?
Yes. Like when we are on our period, yes, things change. Yes.
This is a test. It says, how do I make him understand that my emotional needs vary due to my menstrual cycle? Because,
for example, there are times we don't want to be touched.
No, it's stupid.
Physically, maybe sexually, but sometimes you don't want someone to come near you because this period you are feeling a bit irritated. So how do we communicate that? Okay, normally my love language is physical touch, but right now I'm on my period, you know, I don't want you to come near me now, you know, because I'm feeling kind of irritated.
I don't want you to come near me now it's actually not a message that I advise that any spouse gives. It's okay to say this touch does not need to lead to sex. So it's like a non-sexual touch. But that don't come near me now is not something that women should do often. And to be quite frank, those feelings, you are still master over your feelings. Okay, so there's some feelings that you don't want to just be. You don't want to be a slave to your feelings. Okay, so right now I don't feel like anybody should touch me. But if I have to curl up quietly in my husband's arms, because you know that's what he wants me to do, I'll curl up quietly there, and he's holding me, and he's not going to lead to sex or anything because I don't feel like it right now. But that don't touch me, don't come near me, it's not a thing in a marriage. I don't know. I just want everybody to hear that, you know, because when you're married, you know, the intimacy, you know, is supposed to be there. I don't know if I'm speaking. You know, do we just get this? We don't have to push everything we feel. So there's some things that we don't have to push it. You know, we can find a kind of average place to stay on and not completely just go with how we feel.
Yes.
Do you get it? So now this thing about how does he now one tell him communication is key. Like tell him that, you know what, right now, and then don't make too great of us. Some women, you know, actually just amp it up really high. Don't amp it up really high. Explain how you're feeling, explain what you want or don't want, and let him realize that when you're not in your, you know, in that part of your cycle, you're actually receptive and you're serving him well enough. So now that you're pulling back, he understands that this is not who you've been. You know, so if you're like this at this point, I can understand that because you're not always like that. Okay. So I hope that you just get that. It says, how do I know the difference between being drained emotionally and just overstressed? How do I get him to understand and be able to relate to postpartum depression?
That's another important part.
To PD, like postpartum
depression.
No. Yes, I know. The thing is this. I advise men to be involved. Go to for the antenatal visits to the doctor. When they explain to her what's going to happen, you were there. You heard it. Okay. You know what to expect. And when it looks like it's happening, you know exactly what to do because you're part of the journey. Men, don't let that part of that journey, that getting pregnant and carrying the baby, everything, don't let it be her journey. Let it be our journey, okay? You know, attend the classes with her, you know, be there after, just know what's going on and key into it. And it really, really helps because it's a very stressful time. And that's the time that she needs your support the most. And you've got to understand what she's going through to be able to support her. And, you know, that's what we should do. Every good, powerful man there. No matter how macho you are or alpha male that you are, you know, every alpha male should have a really tender heart because we can do love. Even though you're an alpha male, you can actually do love. And, you know, we can actually do that. Fantastic. I've got to go to Johnny before. So,
yes.
Anytime. You know, it's been amazing, amazing.
I'm looking forward to more.
Back very, very soon. Okay. I hope you had fun. Okay. Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye. Anytime. Let me see. Where is Johnny? Where is Johnny? Johnny. This is Johnny right here. Let me see. I'm trying to close it out. Fantastic. Okay, so Johnny is coming up. We have 10 minutes with Johnny. I know Johnny have amazing questions to ask me. Anita is not going off. She's staying there. Okay, so now I can get Johnny to come in. Johnny's right here. Send request. Okay, so Johnny's a very lively young man. I know he has amazing questions for us. As he comes up, let me take a few questions.
Hi, PD.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, how's it going? Yes, we're talking about women and emotions, valuing their emotions and getting satisfaction. So, you know, what kind of questions do you have for me tonight? Johnny.
It's good to see your face. It's good to see your face, PD. It's been a while.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
We're talking about women.
Yes. Johnny, your camera is too close to your face, I think. If you are good.
So we're talking about women and we're talking about
women's emotions.
Yeah.
Women's emotions. Satisfying, you know.
We're talking about our happiness. How we sleep peacefully at night, how we are able to be productive during the day. We're talking about our world generally. making it or breaking it. Yeah, it's not an easy one.
So give me some questions. Let me ask you, let me
Cool.
put you through on some points.
So, what's the basics for making a woman happy?
The basics of making a woman happy. Well, it would be listening to her is really important, because if you don't listen to her, you really won't know what she wants or needs. So you've got to listen to her, and then you've got to hear her and respond in a way that she knows that you get her. She knows that you know where she's at. Because truly, for a woman, a woman's life is different from a man's life in many, many ways. Expectations, demands, everything. And when she realized that this man that's with me understands, gets it, that's where it starts.
All right.
Talk to me, Johnny. Talk to me, Johnny.
Yeah. How does a
Valuable
man?
time is going.
How does a man? How does a man? How does a man love a woman? The reason I'm asking this is because
How?
we're all trying to make a life for ourselves, and we are forgetting to live our lives. And this is the only life we get to live. So rather than compromise and believe the myth that, oh, you don't get it all in life, how do we get it all?
Okay.
You know, a woman, there are things that I've seen and I've heard. I've seen friends who got married and suddenly can't go home anymore. I've seen friends who in a dating situation, they weren't themselves anymore. Their joy left them, their temperament left them, their personality left them. So the question is, how does a man love a woman? How does a man love a woman? Because it's obvious that a woman is the center of a man's world.
That's a great thing coming from you, Johnny. You know,
Why you first?
Okay, like I'll tell you this. You know, the things that your question is a little bit different from what you said. But the key is this: people date badly, people date wrongly. Like the fact that you got married and now you don't want to go home again means that you didn't know the woman you married and you married her, which means you dated wrongly. People date very badly. I still spoke to somebody today where it's not work. The dating is not working, but you're trying to make it work. No, you're dating to choose. If you haven't gone before the man of God and said you know it's forever, you're dating to choose. And when you're choosing, you're trying to get the best fit for yourself. Now it starts with one: know yourself, know who you are, know what you need. So you want to sit down. Like when you date, people just date like, I see one fine girl, make her chase out, and then I follow her, and then we're dating, and then next thing we're trying to make it work. And then see trying to make dating work doesn't make sense. You get my point? It is not a marriage. It's not a marriage. You are dating to choose. So like if we can, if I'm telling you what I want and you're adjusting, you're telling me what you want and I'm adjusting, and then we're moving forward, it's fine. But if we get to a point where I see that on something that's critical to me, you are not trying to shift, then that dating situation is over. You know, but we have this mentality these days. I'm in a relationship, and then he's beating me, he's killing me, but I'm in a relationship. You know, walk away. Just walk away. It's like it's a relationship. It's not a marriage. You know, and that's why you don't give your all in a relationship. That's the problem. Because most times you give it everything and it's a relationship. So now it's dating, but it's like you're married, and then that's why people end up with the wrong person. Because if you choose well, you know yourself, you choose well, many people come your way that you'll meet for a few minutes and you'll keep moving. And when you see a person that this could work, and then you know you move forward and then you try to make it work. You know, so that's the problem. with when people get married and in a short spell. And then the other thing that we have to talk about that we haven't spoken about is this. Too many times, people know it's not working. It's not working, but they still go forward and marry. You know, it's like, you know it's not working. You know it's not working, but our parents know, and maybe the invites are out, or maybe we're engaged. Because you're engaged doesn't mean you're going to marry. You know, your engagements can be broken. You are better off with a broken engagement than a broken marriage. You just get that. So it's something that at some point, you know, we need to talk about this. Be more willing to break the engagement than having to break the marriage in a few weeks or months' time. Johnny, ask me a question. I was just venting right now. You're on 60 Minutes with PD. 60 Minutes with PD. Follow me here. There is tons. We just have tons of amazing, valuable information for your relationships, for your marriages, right here on this platform, on this profile. So follow me and just get blessed by everything that we're doing.
Cool.
Johnny, find me some questions. We have
I have a question for you.
3 or 4 minutes.
When are you organizing a boot camp for men? Because it's obvious that men don't know what it is to be with a woman. Men don't know what it is to love a woman. And you have so many men who are broken. Broken in the sense that they've been damaged by by situations in life, maybe background and all that. So when are you going to organize a boot camp so as to raise better men for the women out there?
It's interesting that you're not the first person to ask me this question. So I think even on the platform, people are giving you thumbs up, like, Johnny, yeah, that's a good question. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and come back with something. Somebody even said I should do a boot camp for young boys.
Young male adults.
And a boot camp for men as well. So maybe that's maybe, I mean, like I'm going to call the crew. There's a little PD team. We'll come together and we'll see what we can come up with. But that's a really good idea. I believe you sown a seed in my mind that we'll come up with something. Johnny, what's your parting word for us as we close? We have a few, like 2 minutes. Give me one, parting word for everyone on the platform, for the guys out there.
Guys, we can do better. We should do better.
Guys, did you hear that? Guys, we can do better. Johnny says we should do better, and I really, really believe that. What Johnny said is true. Guys are not bad, but there's more ignorance than badness out there with guys in particular, where it's not like we don't want to make you guys happy, but there are many times that men don't know how much hurt they're causing their partner. Men are not relating to how much pain the things that they're doing is causing their partner. They actually need somebody to talk to them and tell them that, you know what, this thing you're doing, this is what it's causing. And they just don't know that. So it's good that we come to this platform. This platform, we speak to men a lot. We don't shy back. We don't cushion things. We just tell you the way it is. This is how it is. This is how it is. And I'm happy that Johnny was able to come here. Johnny. Hope to see you again soon. So guys, before I go, let me see. Love one another, and love is a verb. Love is something that you do. It's a verb. When you do it, the emotions follow. And if we learn what love is, and we do it, then all our relationships will work. Love is intentional. It means that you do love irrespective of what comes to you. You just do it on purpose. So I don't love you because I feel like loving you. I love you because I have decided, I have proposed in my mind to keep loving you. And love is sacrificial. It's not about me. I'm willing to be without just to allow you to have. So it's sacrificial. Anytime you're fighting for your rights, you're fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your opinion, then it's no longer love. Okay? And love is just, love is caring. Love doesn't take offense. Love is kind. Love always forgives. Look at your partner right now and say,